Hello, Explorer. My name is Spooky Melon, and I'm taking you with me to explore the wilderness. So we are in a forest in Canada, and there are some beautiful plants that I want to show you guys, some of my favorite ones. So we're gonna get going. Don't forget to wear sunscreen, and also don't forget to wear a hat to protect yourself from the sun. First off, in these marshy areas, we can observe some Iris versicolor or Iris florentina, better known yet as wild irises or blue flags. This is my first time seeing them in person, and I was so excited to find them here. These aquatic plants are native to North America, and you can commonly find them in Manitoba, Nova Scotia, even in Virginia, Minnesota, and also Illinois. They often appear in folklore from various cultures and symbolize wisdom, faith, and valor, and planting irises is even believed to cultivate these qualities in the gardener. However, this plant is also highly toxic to animals, so if you are going to plant them, just make sure to keep them away from your fur babies. Next, we have the lovely buttercup plant. Its scientific name is ranunculus, and they trace their roots in Canada. So these beautiful flowers thrive in damp and heavy clay soils and can be quite invasive at times. However, they are needed as they are a pollinator support and provide a source of nectar for bees and butterflies. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I remember other kids created this fun little game where if you put a buttercup under your chin and it glowed yellow, it meant that you really liked butter. Although I don't really encourage handling those flowers with your bare hands because they can cause blistering and skin irritation. But all in all, this doesn't stop us from admiring their ethereal beauty. So what I'm showing you guys here is a choke cherry tree or Prunus virginiana. Have you ever heard of them? I find that when I tell people this, they're always so surprised, so I guess they're not as common as I think. They are found throughout North America and can be easily identified by its distinct coffee or cherry smell when you scratch the bark. Also, they have really cool white flowers. They're pretty much everywhere in these forests. The cool thing about them is that they are edible, yes, but make sure not to eat the pits or the seeds or the leaves as they are poisonous. And I think what makes them very unique is how they literally will dry your mouth out when you eat them raw, thus the name. So when you put them in your mouth, they're sweet and fragrant, and they do taste like kind of like a mild cherry, but then they become overwhelmingly tart and bitter, and that's why a lot of people don't like them. I think they're very unique and very tasty. I used to go on walks and just like pick them off trees and eat them. They're loaded with vitamin C, reduce inflammation, and support immune function, and they're quite fun to eat, so I do recommend to try them at least once if you can find them. So now we continue our journey in the forest and wait, what is that? Wait, oh my god, this is extraordinary, guys. Let me get a bit closer. That's beautiful. Have you guys ever seen this species of flower? So this plant is called Tubus GFUensis, and it is native to North America, although they can be found online and shipped throughout the world. This specific species is Cranberrian citrifolia or cranberry grapefruit. Researchers who have studied this species learned that they provide energy, focus, endurance, and reaction when consumed. And unlike its close relative, Shugarius crassicus, this variety is sugar-free, so you don't have to worry about having any sugar crash. It is also quite healthy as it contains a lot of antioxidants, vitamins, and are only 10 calories per serving. So very, very nutritious. And the way to consume it is the powder from the plant is diluted in water. And trust me when I say that it is delicious. So you have to give it a try. So how about we try it together right now? Let's do it! So what you're gonna need is a 16-ounce shaker. This is a winter white shaker, one of my favorite shakers. You're going to want to fill it up with some ice and some water. You can do room temperature water if you prefer. I prefer all my drinks to be ice cold, so I am going to be using some ice today. So you're gonna take the Tubus GFUensis and you're going to open it. You take the little scooper that's in there, you fill it up all the way, and then you put it in your shaker like this. And when it's done, you're gonna want to put the lid back on and we're gonna wanna shake it. Of course, this is a new species. This is the 2.0 species, so it does mix better in water. The consistency is amazing. It is peak, you guys. It is seriously peak. So we're gonna take our drink right here. We're gonna shake it. Now we have our cranberryensis citrophilia, and we are going to take a sip, you guys. Cheers. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. It is sweet. It is a touch sour. It is just a tiny bit bitter. It is perfect. It really rounds up together well. Luckily for you, this species is undergoing an annual migration event. And so from June 15th to June 18th, all GFUEL ambassador codes are going to be 40%. So if you use my code SPOOKY with 3 O's at checkout, you get 40% off on your order. Remember, you only have 3 days to get this 40% off. So go and stock up on GFUEL. This is your chance. And now that we've documented this rare species in the wild, I'm taking it home. So be safe, go out there and explore. It is such a big world out there. There is so much to see. And sometimes if you go on an adventure or you go explore, you never know what you can find. Maybe even a cranberry grapefruit GFUEL in the wild. No GFUEL was harmed in the making of this video.